Do you need amazing resources for Earth Day or engaging activities for teaching students about how we can protect and save our planet? Then you are going to love this author spotlight on Tania Moloney, who wrote the award-winning book, Nature Ninja Saves the Natural World. And she didn't just stop at writing the book. She has lesson plans, activities, and even Blooket and Kahoot games that go along with her book. And to top it all off, she offers virtual field trips to classrooms around the world. And we have an exciting live expedition for this year's Earth Day that we have planned for you, and we are so excited for you to join us. So welcome, Tania. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to write the Nature Ninja book?
Excellent. Thank you, JC. I'm so thrilled to be here. As you can tell, I've got a bit of an Aussie accent, so that's where I'm joining you from, which is great. So thanks for having me, first of all. My job is all about playing outdoors with kids, and I'm the founder of Nurture in Nature Australia, and I work with kids and classrooms and parents and communities all around the world in inspiring them to open the door to nature play and outdoor learning opportunities. And I don't really have to grow up and be like Peter Pan, I think, like that. And when I talk to kids about that in classrooms, they're like, yeah, we'd love that job when we grow up as well. So I'm really fortunate to just be able to experience the power of outdoor play and nature-inspired learning for children. And really to help empower, like I'm passionate about empowering teachers to be able to open the door and feel comfortable and supported and confident, whatever stage of the journey they're at. If they've never really taken their classroom outside, how do we do that, and how do we get them more confident to be able to do that more often? And if they're on the other end of the nature connection spectrum, or whatever you want to call it, where they're outside a lot, like a lot of the times the teachers in those communities are wanting to help mentor those people coming through who are just getting started maybe, and so it's really, really amazing. As I said, I'm very, very lucky.
Nature Ninja Saves the Natural World. I'm loving my copy. I love reading it with my own kids. They loved it. The illustrations are just amazing inside of here, and the writing is so amazing too. Tanya does such a nice job of bringing the child through the book and getting them excited about being a nature ninja. And so tell us more about the central message around this book. And then what do you want children to go away with? What ideas do you want them to have after reading this book and experiencing this book?
I really want kids to know that overall that they can save the planet. Every child and their adults can be a nature ninja. Wherever you are in the world, if you have a backyard, if you just live in an apartment where there's a balcony, if you have no backyard at all, you can get out and connect with nature in your community, in your school ground, in your kindergarten, wherever you are. Nature is actually all around you, and the power of connecting with that. And having worked with children, young children, and through primary, elementary school age as well, there is a real find that children are really concerned about the state of the environment. So the message of the climate emergency and climate change and environmental threats and things like that, it's so loud and so pervasive, and kids are listening. Like, we may not think that they're listening, but kids are listening. And so when I talk to children, about that, there's this sense of helplessness, but also, they don't really know where to start.
Right.
And so I wrote the book, and the whole message is really around helping kids understand that the biggest and best difference they can make for the planet is to care for the nature where they live.
Right.
And when we all do that, then our collective action and collaborative action really makes a huge difference for the planet. So, Nature Ninja is I won't give away the whole story, but Nature Ninja's, a kid ninja off on an adventure with Boo Book the Owl and Stick the Stick, two nature-loving friends. And they're off on a mission to protect the planet, and then they realize they're actually not allowed out of the backyard on their own, so they wonder if they can really make a difference. And maybe kids sort of feel a bit like that. I don't know where to start.
Right.
What I do doesn't make a difference, and it does. And so
Right.
that's, I guess, the overarching theme. I wanted to give children actionable steps. So they get, in the book, Nature Ninja plants some seeds and makes a bee hotel and, sticks up for nature and things like that. But I wanted them to also think about what they can do where they live. So how can you care for the nature that's around you? If you have waterways nearby, or you have,
Right.
a beach nearby, or you have no nature that you see at all, or that you can find nature and care for that in the cracks in the sidewalk, or in a little vertical vegetable garden maybe that's on the wall, or on your balcony, plants on the balcony. So kids can save the planet. They can be nature ninjas wherever they live. It's just really about helping them know that their voices matter and they do make a difference, and hopefully we can really help nurture the next generation of environmental stewards. So
Yeah, I love that. I love your voice matters, and
mm,
here's what you can do with it. And you've done such a nice job of breaking down age appropriate activities for students and getting them excited about that. So, yes, we just love this book. So we had to move on. How can teachers incorporate the concepts of the Nature Ninja book into lesson plans or into classroom activities?
like there's a
Yes,
teacher guide, and lots of different, kids can make their own bookmarks, or like make a little stick up for nature sign that says, I care for nature because. Lots of different resources in terms of there's also accessible versions of the book for children with hearing and vision impairments, which are amazing. It's such an amazing resource for mainstream classrooms as well,
right,
because of those rich descriptions, and children then seeing accessibility built into something from
right.
the start. Not as an add-on, not as an afterthought, but
Yeah,
really trying to I'm passionate about nature for all, but also books for all now, and really helping all
yeah,
kids know that they can be nature ninjas,
that's
from
awesome.
that. So and I think, as you said, like creating really actionable, simple activities that they can do. So Nature Ninja plants some seeds in the book. So
Yeah,
I'm going to plant a forest full of trees, and so having resources where children can plant seeds. Maybe they don't have a big garden, and one of the activities which I just love is to create some seed tape, or a square foot garden almost, or a square, whatever we call it over here in Australia. They still call it a square foot garden, maybe. Just and that's so simple as to paper towel from the kitchen, homemade glue of water and flour,
right.
seeds like bean sprouts or wildflowers or whatever you want to do. And then your glue stick becomes just a stick that you find outside. And and so that's, I thought it was pretty funny when I made that joke. But so these really simple activities that kids can do,
Right,
that don't take teachers a lot of time to prepare,
right.
that don't take, they're resources that you can really have available to you. And just and simple experiential activities as well. So um, like doing a sit spot, like how that can help.
Mhm.
I've got, so sharing,
Right.
taking your
Yep,
lunch outside, even
yep,
for teachers. Like if you're in an environment, even if you're not in a nature filled um, school ground,
sure.
taking your lunch outside, or taking a class outside, or reading your books during your literacy, your writing or your reading under a tree. Just really
Right.
simple steps that can help teachers feel confident in that as well. So
Sure. And just bringing awareness to that, we're doing this in nature and you can be a lover of nature in that way too. So I love
yeah,
that. And how we got connected is through, of course, I do tech activities for schools. And so how we got connected is Tania actually has Blooket activities and Kahoot activities that go along with this book. So you can read this book with your students and then do the engaging activity with it if you like to use those Blooket and Kahoot activities. So that's awesome for the classroom. It's great fun for families too, to read a book and then have a family game night. So that's really fun too. Another thing that we have coming up for classrooms though is super exciting. So we have a live virtual expedition that Tania is going to do So this awesome event coming up on your Earth Day, and she's going to do 3 of them to hit everybody's Earth Day around the world. Can you share a little bit more about the details of this live Earth Day expedition and author visit with you? What can teachers expect from it? What will we experience during this visit? We're excited to have an opportunity to have a live virtual field trip, we call them here in the States, on Earth Day, this expedition, but then also getting to connect with you as an author, because we have young students out there that are excited about being an author, and maybe they don't even realize that that's an option, that they could be the ones writing the book. So we're kind of doing 2 things at once, doing the Earth Day expedition, but then it's also an author visit. So can you just tell us more about that, and then what teachers and students can expect during that event?
Yeah, excellent. I'm really excited about that. One of them I'm up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, so that might be like a bit bleary-eyed for me, but I'll do my best for that. And nature happens at night too, so there's lots of things that's one thing that I really love to share with teachers and kids as well. So for the Earth Day expedition. Bit of a tongue twister there. For the Earth Day expedition, virtual field trip and author visit, like I'll be kind of zooming into classrooms, talking about the book, sharing about Earth Day and why Earth Day is important, and how you can really make your Earth Day an everyday. So Earth Day is not, it's not like, it's just like, people say, a puppy's not for Christmas, not just for Christmas. So Earth Day is for every day. Not just on Earth Day, which is the 22nd of April, all around the world, every year. It's been going for many, many years. Started off through, advocacy and protest kind of, and then really has become a celebration over the years of environmentalism and people doing amazing things where they live, just like the kids and the students will be doing. So I'll go through a bit of the book. We'll talk about, I might do a reading of the book, I think that's going to be really cool. Although everyone will have read the book by then, which is great, everyone who's joining us for that, which will be right. Awesome. And talk a little bit about my journey as an author as well, and how that kind of all comes together, and how children can do that too. Because I think that's really, I'm passionate about connecting kids with nature, but I love the voices of children and the creativity and the power in that. And it's just every time I work with kids in writing or creating stories, it's just so powerful. And that's when the adults start to listen to what the children have to say. And it's just amazing. Like some of them, I know I went in and did an author visit to a school not long ago, and then the kids were writing all of their own Nature Ninja stories, like how did Nature Ninja connect the planet? And I think I learned 35 new ways to spell nature, which was great. These were grade 1, so they were just little kids just learning to write and spell and things like that. But just the passion in their voices and the knowledge that they could make a difference, and they were writing a story that, that maybe one day I'd put in my book for future books. Yeah, so I got a couple of really good ideas from a couple of them, which is great. So stay tuned for that. But
yes, exactly. So we have this live expedition coming up for Earth Day and author visit. So how can we get signed up? How can teachers sign up for that Earth Day expedition? And then what can they expect after they sign up? How do they prepare for that big day to do the live event? Of course, Earth Day every day. So you can share some of those. You aren't just going to leave the teachers hanging with just one day worth. You have created a whole month's worth. So share a little bit more about how teachers can get signed up for that live expedition and what we can expect after we sign up.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so as you said, JC, I've created this whole month. So we're thinking about April as Earth Month. And you don't have to participate in the whole thing, but I've created these really sort of simple activities that you can do 5 to 10 minutes in your classroom every day to just get some momentum and build some nature habits, like healthy nature habits, and really get kids excited around this. so that when we get to the day, to Earth Day, and we get to the expedition, kids will know the book. They will know that, they'll know the mission,
Right.
and they'll be
Yep,
fully
they
invested
will.
in the mission for that. So I think that's really, it's really fun to be put together. I'll just share my screen for you, and I
Yep,
can, I
sure.
guess, go through the packages sort of
Yeah,
that
that would be
way.
great. Excellent.
Because there's sort of, it's a bit like choose your own adventure. Like there's 3 sort of ways you can participate from
Awesome.
wherever you are in the world. You come to this page, nurtureinnature.com.au/Earth Day, or you can probably just Google Nature
Yeah, and
Ninja Earth Day and it'll come up.
yeah, so you can just click it. I'll drop links here in the description so you can
Great.
definitely get there
Excellent.
quick.
Yep, so just click that, absolutely. It explains a little bit about what Nature Ninja's virtual Earth Day expedition is. So as you can see here, 30 days of fun and engaging done for you, nature-inspired activity ideas, lesson plans, Blooket and Kahoot games, an interactive virtual field trip and author visits for your student by me. And hopefully it saves you lots of time, stress, overwhelm, and you can just get the resources, get outside with your kids, and really immerse yourself in the Earth Day and get ready for that. So you can have a look at the page. As I said, it just talks a little bit about what you're going to get. Everyone who signs up for this gets a paperback copy of the book, Nature Ninja Saves the Natural World, which I hope you really love. I'm sure you will. Access to a full month, as you said, JC, of engaging activities, ideas, Earth Day lesson plans. These span across the curriculum and are suitable for kindergarten to 6th grade, grade 6. We'll go down here to show you how you can get set up and how it's happening, I guess. So again, throughout the whole month of April, and then leading into Earth Day, April 22nd, and beyond, because we want you to keep that theme of sort of Earth Day every day happening. So there are 3 time zones to suit Australia, North America, and the UK and Europe as well. So you can choose those times when you register. And I can show you that on the checkout page here. Just talks about who should join us: early childhood centres, primary elementary schools, homeschoolers, world schoolers, unschoolers, nature centres, libraries, whoever is really wants to participate and just have this wonderful Earth Day experience with their students, but also make it really easy for themselves and stress-free, because you don't want to be spending your valuable planning time. That's right.
And one more thing, just sorry, can I interrupt a second?
Yeah.
One more thing that we're doing live on there is whoever is on live, the students that are on live, we're actually going to play a Blooket game live with the students, whoever is on, I should say, at that time. So it's not only education in nature and getting to meet an author, but it's also we get to play a live game with classrooms around the world. So that is just a lot of fun too. So I'm excited for that event as well.
Yeah, I love that too, because, sometimes people think that nature and technology are sort of at odds to each other and they don't really fit. I think, we're meeting kids where they're at.
Yep.
They're on the tech. They understand the tech better than we do as the adults. And so if we can sort of inspire them through these Blooket games and things like that, and through these digital resources and virtual field trips to actually get out and get into the real world, then technology is our ally.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, which is great. So we go hand in hand, which is awesome, which is why you and I are working together.
Yeah, this is how we connected. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just go
okay,
back
sorry
to
to interrupt.
Yeah.
Take it away.
No, that's good. So I'm just going to show you, as I said before, it's a little bit of a choose your own adventure. There are 3 different packages to suit sort of all different budgets, I guess. Firstly, we have a budget package, which all of these packages include the paperback copy of the book. We have a 30-day Nature Ninja expedition calendar with this, which I'll hold that. Can you see that there, JC?
Yep.
All right, yep. So we have an Earth Day expedition calendar with 30 days of fun and simple and low prep, low stress activities for you to do. So you get that printable calendar with that package. You also have a classroom registration for your classroom to attend the live virtual field trip and author visit with me, which is going to be amazing. As JC said before, you get to play that live Blooket game if you join us live for these particular activities, which is awesome. And then you also get a recording of that as well. And you have created as well, JC, some Kahoot games as well, these question sets. So we talk about the characters, the vocabulary, even throw in some Australian flora and fauna in there. So in that budget package, you get all of that, which is really cool. In the all access package, takes it just a little bit further. For the calendar, there's an expanded version with in-depth explanations, sort of more of a lesson plan than just kind of an activity idea to go in and really help you take that activity to the next level. There's a teacher guide which has great discussion questions and nature ninja games and a little sort of extension lesson ideas and stick up for nature and all sorts of fun stuff as well. And then there's more resources here that you can create. So classroom bunting, there's some finger puppets that you can make, some bookmarks, seed tape, all these wonderful things that can actually help you go beyond the book for that, which is great. So you can read all of those on the webpage. And then the VIP, maybe I'll call it the VINN, Very Important Nature Ninjas, although everyone's important, of course, but I'm just trying to be cute. If you want kind of to go even further, that one will, Nature Ninja and I will write you a pen pal letter to your class. And you also get the accessible versions of those, which I was talking about before, with
that's
their
awesome.
audio described illustrations and captions and sign language, both in Auslan, which is Australian Sign Language, and ASL, which is American Sign Language. So, and creating other ones as well. So, yeah, so if you wanted to book, do you want me to go through the booking process?
Yeah, that would be great. And I'd just love to highlight that you have made these so accessible, so affordable for us to access not only a book, but the lesson plans and all that goes with it. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, if you'd go through the booking process, that'd be great.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so we've got Choose Your Earth Day Expedition package on here. I'll give you an example. We will choose the all access package. So all you do really is just pop down, click on the Book Now button. It will take you across to the shopping cart here, I guess, so the checkout. Pop your name in there. Here's one I prepared earlier. Here we go.
Perfect.
So just pop your name, your real phone number, that's my fake one there, address, pop your credit card details in. It tells you all about what package you're ordering from here. Just going through to complete the order.
Yeah, you will just do, one, you can add
one classroom.
later. Yep, keep that as
absolutely.
Yep, keep that as one, and she'll show you where to add classrooms. Here you are.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, so just sign up for one classroom, because if you have one classroom who signs up, then you do get a discount on extra classrooms if you've got them in your school or community who want to join up as well. So here you'll come to a page that says, do you need access for additional classrooms? Say I wanted one extra classroom, just choose that. If you don't want an extra classroom, you can just click no thanks, please don't add this offer. We'll add one here, for example.
Yeah, and that gets the teacher, correct me if I'm wrong, that gets the additional teacher. If you had 3 more classrooms, each of those teachers would get access to that first package that you chose initially.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah. So an additional copy of the book is not included in that. Right. That's just for the PDFs and resources.
Right.
But there is an option for you to, maybe I didn't press that. Right. So, there is an option for, that's operator error.
That's okay. Yeah.
So no one else will do that.
One school copy, but then now if you want those extra books for those extra classrooms, or it could be that you don't want to add an extra classroom, but you want a library copy. Or I've even seen, where teachers will get one for like a prize, for for students for different things that they give out the prizes for.
Yeah,
And so you may not need an extra classroom, but you may need extra books. And this is a great way to just add them. Certainly do not have to. And yeah, it's really straightforward on how to do it though.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just kind of click that. And then you'll be sent an invoice as well, a tax invoice and a receipt for your purchase, which is great as well. And then I'll just show you what happens after that as well. You will also get an email from me, tania@nurtureinnature.com.au. So keep an eye from that if the spam gremlins get it and take it off to spam. So keep an eye on that as well. That tells you sort of here as well. But now, so this is like the thank you and the welcome page. You're all set to join us. This is what's going to happen. So really easily set out steps for you to take your next actions. There's a Google form link. I'll click on that as well in a second and show you that. That just lets you choose the Earth Day activity. The Earth Day expedition virtual field trip times. So you can choose your time, so I know when to expect you and can send you the right Zoom links and things like that. So after you've registered, fill in the Google form. Watch for the Earth Day activities coming to your email. They'll be coming over in the next few weeks. After you register, watch for your copy of Nature Ninja book to come in the mail. Read the book to your students, because all of the things that we do as part of this are based on the book, particularly the Blooket and the live Blooket game. So, so if you haven't read the book, absolutely. If you haven't read the book, you'll be guessing, which is fine too. But and then sort of come and join us on virtual field trip on that day as well, with the Zoom details we give you. And of course, also you can press this button here or copy this link and share it with all of your other teacher friends. Because we want, everybody to jump on board for this Earth Day expedition. I'll just pop over to the registration page. This will all be kept confidential. It's just a matter of me being able to find out a little bit about more of your school. What is the kindergarten? What is the name of where you teach? Where is it located? Because we've got people from all around the world who are signing up. What grade levels do you work with? How many students, because we love to know where students are coming from and how many are going to be joining us from everywhere. A little bit about why you chose to join the Earth Day expedition. And here is where you choose your virtual field trip time. So you can see here, this one says best for Australian and New Zealand school times, best for Europe, UK school times, and then best for US, Canadian school times as well. And there's other sort of time zones as well listed on those. If you want the books, if you're in Australia, you can have the book signed as well. And then there's just some details around that as well. And then you submit it, and then basically you are signed up and ready to go.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for walking us through that process. It just makes it a lot easier when we're like, hey, how do we do this? How do we get signed up? So yeah, I am so excited for that live Earth Day expedition author visit Blooket game with students around the world all playing together on one game. I've done a couple of them live collaboratively like that with multiple schools, and the students are just so excited. And so it's a lot of fun. We've just packed so much into one expedition. And so I would say, teachers will ask, how much time are we planning for this? And I can I would say for the Blooket game at the end, it's probably about 15 minutes that, we'll play probably a shorter game because it takes a little bit for us to all get connected and play a little bit. But what are you thinking as far as the expedition in time frame that we should reserve? For the expedition?
I think getting it all within 1 hour, like the whole lot within 1 hour. So maybe 20 to 30 minutes of me talking. There's some opportunities for and sharing about the book and Earth Day and why that's important, and then maybe some opportunities for kids to actually ask questions, pop questions in the chat, and being able to have me answering them. And if I can't get to all the questions, like I can try to answer them in a different way.
Yeah, we can
And
try
so,
later, send out those answers if they don't.
yeah,
Yeah, students will have lots of
definitely.
questions. Yes, they will.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Excellent.
So
So yeah,
yeah,
I think wrapping it up.
planning about an hour. So awesome.
Mhm.
So now it may happen that you are watching this video and it's after Earth Day, and that's okay. So if that's the case and you're catching this video, it's after April 22nd, and you still want to connect with Tania, um, can you tell us how they can connect with you to book a virtual field trip, or just one-to-one, and then how do they get your book when it's outside of Earth Day, this Earth Day expedition, if that makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the best way probably is to go to my website for a start. So if you want particularly the book page, it's nurtureinnature.com.au/books. That talks to you, or tells you all about the book, how to get a copy, so you can buy a copy that I send across the oceans or around Australia. Um, or you can buy, you can buy it in different ways as well. There's all the options from there. If you do want to join the Earth Day expedition and get all the, not the live sessions, but get all the resources and the
Sure.
replays and things like that of these sessions, you can certainly do that. Again, it'll just be up on nurtureinnature.com.au/Earth Day.
Okay.
And if people wish to have me zooming into their classrooms, or for a virtual field trip, or to come and visit you in person as well, the best way to do that is probably by email. So my email, tania@nurtureinnature.com.au. So TANIA. But that's on the website as well, so you can find those details there.
Okay. Yeah. And I will put all that information in text format here in the
Yep.
description, so they'll be able to see
Yeah.
that. So, and of course, you can get the book, and you can always play those Blooket and Kahoot games anytime, just by searching Nature Ninja on those different platforms, and they will pop up, and you're able to play those. Tania has done just such an amazing job of providing a variety of resources, teaching tools for parents, teachers. So can you share more about the resources that you already have, and activities
Mhm.
like the printable ones that I have here? You have Grab It and Go. You have more resources beyond just what you've shared with us
Yeah.
today. And so what else do you have available? What else can we get from you? Where can we access these? All that good stuff.
Yep, excellent. Well, hang on a second. I don't know. Give me 1 second. I'm going to
Sure.
find something, because you've got you could, maybe you can show about the grab it and go cards.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. So I love how this is organized, because what you have here is you have Grab It. So what you need, go and do it, and then take it a step further. So this has a beautiful layout. It has pictures in here, the different ideas, the alphabet nature hunt, and then how you actually do the alphabet nature hunt. Grab it, go, and then if you want to take it one step further, down here. So this resource alone is just a beautiful grab and go nature option. I know my own kids, when we got this, my son was making a bee hotel in the snow, because he was just so excited after we read Nature Ninja. And then we were looking through these, like, what can we do? What can we do? And he was out there making a bee hotel, and it was like, -10. Like, okay, you've got to
yeah,
be out long. But he was just so excited to start. And so the next one we're going to try is to create this icy sun catcher,
yeah,
because that will be the season that we come into. And so we haven't tried this one yet, but we're excited to try this one next in our snowy climate and cold
yeah.
climates. Anyway,
Beautiful.
yes. So any
So,
other resources that you want to highlight that we can get? And of course, I'm guessing we can get them on your website. We'll put those
yeah,
links, of course, in there. But any other resources that you want to highlight that we
yeah,
could also
absolutely,
use?
absolutely. So I've got, what I love about creating resources, and one of the things that I'm really passionate about when I create resources is creating them with care for nature in mind. So none of those, I think maybe there's one that you could put a bit of paint on one of the stick wind chimes or whatever in the grab it and go, but the rest of them there's no glue, there's no glitter, there's no sticky tape. They're all activities that you can enjoy. And I really like to work to the philosophy of borrow from nature, enjoy, and then return to nature where you found it and in the same state that you found it in. I think that's a really important message for kids, and something that they can take on board to care for the natural world. So that's when I create these resources, that's kind of what I'm sort of aiming at.
Awesome.
One of the other awesome resources that's on my website as well is called a nature number ruler. This is like a vinyl kind of 2-meter ruler or whatever it is I'm translating it into feet. I'm
Yep.
sorry, I don't know.
Oh, it's okay.
But so all of these like nature numbers that you can buy on a roll, or they're also in poster format as well. So you can print individual numbers from 0 to 20. You can do lots of math activities with those. Just putting them out and printing them out, giving them to kids to just see what they do with them. So there's those printables, and there's also printables in nature alphabet as well. So yeah, so which are really cool, and there's so many things even on the downloadables that you get from that. Like it'll give you an idea of ways that you can use those resources. So
Awesome. Yeah. You've done such, I mean, I was just so impressed when we first connected and you're like, I've got this resource, I've got this,
yeah.
get this. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so awesome. And they are so high quality. They're just awesome. And everything that Tania puts together, it's just high quality. And I look at it from, a teacher standpoint of, the little lesson that's just on here. Everything is so easy to read and so easy to follow. And you could just literally take this, grab it, and go, and you have lessons inside of nature. So I can appreciate that about the resources that you've created. They're beautiful, educational, and yes, very a lot of thought put behind them. These are not just thrown together. These are awesome. And like you said, all of them are eco-friendly. That takes some definite thought process behind, doing that. And I love bringing that up with students too, that no, we didn't need this. We didn't need this. We have it all right here with nature. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's also like if you're not using sticky tape, like we use tape for everything. And so,
Everything.
kids have to problem solve. If there's no tape available,
Yes.
kids have to problem solve. How are you going to make this? How are you going
How
to
we
put
can
this
do it.
together? And
Yep.
communication, and it's just so cool
Yes.
when you have those extra, benefits of that.
Right. Yes. I love it. So other than this Earth Day expedition coming up, are there any other projects or events, or is there another book coming out that we can look for? Educators, students, families, what else can we look forward to from you in the future here?
Oh gosh, there's too many things on my to-do list and my coming up list, but I'm just so passionate about it. I think you can probably tell that from the way I talk about the work that I do. So I run teacher PDs as well, so professional development for teachers. I do virtual sessions. I have a teacher nature camp as well that's coming up in May here. I do that annually every year. Basically, it's a sleepover camp for teachers, which is awesome.
That's so much fun. I have to book my ticket for May.
You definitely do. It's a wonderful experience, but really, again, like all of the things that I've been talking about, like really, I want teachers to be able to feel confident and capable and supported in their journey out the door so that they do it more often. And that's where my ripples kind of spread even further. So teacher PDs, there's an online one I ran a couple of years ago, which kind of sparked fueled the fire, I guess, that was already going about my love of beautiful children's books and storytelling in all different ways, oral storytelling, written storytelling through planting vegetables, storytelling through cooking, storytelling in lots of different ways. So I have an online conference for that as well, which is amazing. You can find all of those PD sort of resources on my website as well under nurturingnature.com.au/professional development or PD.
Okay.
We'll put the link down there as well.
We will drop links in, yeah.
Yep. But also with with Nature Ninja here, like there's more adventures to come. At the moment, it's a matter of me finding time. So we've still got some work to do in the backyard because, of course, we're just in the backyard in here. We've still got some work to do in the backyard, which will be book 2. But then in books 3 and 4, we head beyond the backyard for some adventures and to see what other nature or what other ninjas are doing in the community to care for nature and get involved in that. And there might even be a spin-off series, because there's 3 characters. So Nature Ninja here. There's Boo Book the Owl, who's Nature Ninja's sort of wise mentor. And then we have Stick. And Stick is probably Stick's a bit of a almost like the hero on its own. Really, everyone loves Stick. And Stick, Stick doesn't talk, but maybe Stick will find his voice somewhere in one of those stories on his own adventures from that. So
that would be fun. Each of the plushies, if that's what we call them, or I'm not sure what you call them, but each of those are handmade. So she has a creator that hand makes those. They're amazing.
They're beautiful. And they're very, well, this one's been wiped off a few times, because generally, they come with me, or they go to a school and they have, they might be at a campfire or digging a worm farm or something like that. So, Nature Ninja is meant to be busy and a bit dirty as well. So that's all right. So, but yeah, it's excellent. So yeah, so stay tuned, because there are more books coming.
Good. So as we wrap up, what final thoughts or advice do you have for teachers who are considering incorporating the Nature Ninja book into their curriculum or into Earth Day activities? Any final thoughts or advice on that?
Yeah. Well, I think going back to the theme of Nature Ninja and the book and the Earth Day expedition is really wanting to just open the door to the opportunities. So just step outside. If you've got, the more you do, the more you take your class outside, or the more you bring nature into your classroom, because we can bring nature indoors too. The more you do that, the more often you want to do it and the more confident you feel it, but the more often the kids are asking you to open the door. And I think, that we want to, David Sobel, who's a wonderful researcher and environmentalist, he says, we really need to help children fall in love with nature before we ask them to save it.
Sure.
And by getting kids out and getting them just immersed in the natural world for regular and meaningful opportunities to do that, the more they'll fall in love with nature, and the better, that's vital for our planet. It's not only vital for the health of our children, but it's vital for the health of our planet and our future environmental stewards for now and for future generations. So just open the door. That's my number one point my number one tip is just open the door and step outside, even if it's, 10 under, as you said, and you make your bee hotel in the snow.
Yep. He was excited to go make that bee hotel. He didn't care what temperature it was. So yeah, so you definitely inspired that just in our first read of reading Nature Ninja. So that was fun. So yeah, beautiful. So awesome. So if you're looking for Earth Day activities or resources for the month of April to be already planned for you with those Earth Day activities, Earth month, I should say, Earth Day every day. We're going to head on over to Tania's website. I'll definitely drop all those links in the description of this video. Get signed up for that Earth Day expedition and be sure to check out all the other resources that she has available. So just thank you so much for your dedication to making our planet a better place, sharing your talents with us, and helping students see how they can become nature ninjas too. Tania, thank you. I'm so excited for what's to come with your books in the future, but then also I'm excited for this Earth Day expedition live. So we'll see you all there next. Thank you, Tania. And yeah, we'll wrap it up there and see you next on Earth Day. So
excellent. See you. Thank you. See you outside.
Yes, see you outside. Love it. Bye-bye.